It's still 333.
Good deal. Welcome to Cartomancy Mesquite. I'm Angela, and that's Diana, Wonder Woman.
The chilly Wonder Woman today. It's kind of chilly here.
You'll find her link in the description below this video if you'd like to subscribe. There I am echoing. Hang on a second.
Hi, Carl.
There
Hi,
we go.
Lynn. Oh, hi, Cartomancy.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Teresa.
Hi, Keelan, Carl, Teresa. And our troll, Slightly Rotten Carving.
Yeah, kind of left, didn't it? Must have been.
Hi, Jenny. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, what I did was ask Diana this morning to do a little rundown of the DNC convention's astrology.
Yeah.
So take it away, Diana.
Okay, so I printed out their birth chart with 333. Has it actually begun yet? I don't think it's actually begun yet, has it?
No, it's tonight.
That's what I thought. So it the exact degrees of the full moon have already occurred.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still all under that. And if you're all feeling a little aggravated today, there is agitation in the air. And it's hard to redirect that. Mm-hmm. Best thing to do is take a nap. So in the sky, there's some really good alignments with conjunctions of the DNC's birth chart. They were born on May 26, 1846 in Washington, D.C. on East Capitol Street. So I just put in the Capitol building because that if it ain't the same place, it's close enough.
Yep.
And they have a Pisces rising sign at 8 degrees. So that Pisces rising sign is, all about the big dream and all about the understanding that things shift, things change. I don't know why my phone is making us echo, but it seems to be. Let me know if you hear it again.
Yeah, I can't hear it, so you're good.
Okay. And then there's this echo. There's a kid across the street. 3 kids live in the neighborhood, and they're all teenagers. And just because they're out there playing basketball. And in fact, it's only one guy shooting hoops. Anyway, I digress. So the moon is in conjunction right now with the DNC's Neptune, which is in the 12th house.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of that goes over into the first house, and there sits Saturn. So Neptune and Saturn are both retrograde in the sky. Chrisley, you're irritating. Stop. So Neptune is within orb conjunction with the DNC Sedna. So that's all in the first house, and Sedna has an understanding of release, sacrifice, and adaptation. What do you do next? What do you do next? And what is government all about? It is a give and pull. Release and get more, and give it out and get more, and dole it out and share it and bring in more. So in that personal beginning, there is a lot of them having been born with that understanding the dream of America, understanding the shift that goes on under the water, understanding that you have to make allowances for those shifting tides, like, be prepared for disaster relief and things like that. So even in 1848, that would have been already on the agenda. So I find that right there is very interesting. So Saturn is at 17 degrees. Eventually, when he goes direct, he will hit that Sedna. Time to reform. And since the Sedna is at 26 degrees in the first house, it's close to that Aries. And so there is a sympathy between the Aries and that Pisces, because they're in the same house and there's nothing in between them. So the two of them can see each other well enough to give understanding. And Sedna is also about the water and dreaming and, okay, now how do I make my life work since I don't have any fingers anymore, So there's that. Then I've also noticed that Chiron retrograde is at 23 degrees of Aries in the sky, which is getting it within orb and getting closer to the DNC's Venus at 19 degrees of Aries. So here comes a sympathetic healing and understanding once again, right?
Wow, nice.
And it's in the first house. So it's like, okay, we love the people. How do we want it to be so that they are happy with the healing? And we've all been through, and we all know what that is. How do we make them heal? How do we, because that's what Chiron's job is the healing. He's a doctor of the universe, right?
Yep.
Then Pluto is on our transiting Xena Eris, is on the DNC's Pluto. Now, she is considered the goddess of discord. I still love to call her a Xena because they cleaned up her act a little bit for, primetime television. But essentially, it's the same thing, fighting for what's right, causing upheaval with the planet of upheaval conjunct that. Understanding, again, this is another bit of understanding, awareness, and that has just crossed into the second house. So the second house is about how you make your money. It's Taurus's home, but how do you make your money? Right? So it's about, it's Pluto. It's got to be about integrity in the second house, or you go nowhere. And I'm not saying everybody's an angel, but who has more integrity when we stop and look at it all right now?
Yeah.
Then the transit Hygeia, which is about prevention as well as healing, identifying what is the dis-ease, how do we heal it, and how do we keep it from happening again? Now, if you don't know this, she is the daughter of another one of the doctors of the universe. I think it was the personal doctor to Zeus. And I can't think of his name right now. But as she grew up, of course, she took an interest in medicine. But she was more concerned with the science behind it and the pharmaceuticals behind it.
Oh, wow.
So speaking of pharmacy, what is a big deal? Pharmaceutical cap on drugs because people can't afford their bloody insulin, let alone just medicine in general. Especially since so many of us need our Medicare, and they want to privatize all of that. The other side.
Yeah.
Not the DNC. So that is a big highlight because the Hygeia for the DNC is at 2 degrees, 28 degrees of Aries, sorry. And Hygeia had just gone over that. When, especially when there was a whole lot of noise about it, that was about the same time. And the Democrats were trying to fix it in Congress, right? And Biden, etc. So the next thing that I'm drawn to is the fact that the DNC's Jupiter is in Taurus at 26 degrees, and the transiting Uranus is at 27 degrees. So they're conjunct. They're two big guys who boom and boom and a boom from Uranus, and then Jupiter going, okay, let's make it bigger. Let's do this. Let's make it, I mean, so it's like the floodgates have an opportunity to open up with people just switching sides, even if it's just to get things changed in the RNC, right?
Yeah.
Even if it isn't a permanent change, it's the change that is so needed, so now, because we all have so much PTSD from what's been going on, period, no matter what side you're on, unless you're that. So May 26th, of course, that makes the DNC a Gemini. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Take action, but communicate. Make sure that there's enough information out there that people are educated or can complete their own education because they've been triggered to take an interest. Well, the transiting Sedna is at 1 degree. Now, mind you, she goes slow, but neither one of those are going to change because the DNC is going to have their Jupiter, have their sun at 4 degrees. Sedna's only going to get closer. It's just that she spends 40 years in one sign. So that sun, she just went over its Taurus, the sun, its Vulcan, and its moon are all in Gemini. And so Sedna going over those. And right now we also have White Moon, Selene, conjunct the DNC's Vulcan. Well, Vulcan was the blacksmith of the universe. So he's the one that represents in your birth chart, your first ray of strength and power, where you're going to excel. Communication, keeping the passion going, lighting the fire, forging ahead, forging steel. Well, Selene in the sky is throwing light on what and where and who and how. She is a point of awareness. She is the closest the moon is to the light that you see. And because she's at full moon, she is right now on that Vulcan because we're at full moon. So Black Moon Lilith is the darkest part of the moon. And right now that's on the other side, right? We can't see that side. But as it rotates, where Selene goes can help you figure out like what time of the month it is when you're born. Is it full moon, new moon? Are we waxing? Are we waning? Which one is it? Jupiter in the sky at 17 degrees is sitting on that 16-degree moon. And it's going to go back there because, well, it'll be a while. What did I read? I've forgotten when Jupiter goes retrograde. It's going to be in 2025. So when we're over into another month, it might not be till in September. But what you're going to see in September is some of the local governments going again because it's time for them to have elections and campaigns for the next year's rotation. So all of that continues to come into play. Venus, Mars is at 20 degrees of Gemini, and Selene in their birth chart is at 21 degrees of Sagittarius in the 10th house, where Sagittarius doesn't mind being because that's his dad's home. Kronos was Sagittarius, Jupiter's father. So that's a good place for Black Moon or Selene to be because it's bringing together all of the emotions.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there was something else that was important. Well, the vertex in the sky is at 24 degrees. That's kind of like there's the horizon, but then the vertex is like the center of the earth, right? So that tilts to whatever season, whatever time of day, whatever, all of that. So at this time, the vertex is in Cancer at 24 degrees, which is just gone over the Estrella in the DNC chart at 16 degrees in the fifth house of the heart of Leo. The fifth house is Leo's house. So again, that Estrella is about justice and the things that we can't let go of. And the PTSD is hard to let go of. And we, as a nation, deserve justice for all of that. We have the DNC's Black Moon Lilith is in the sixth house at 21 degrees. In the sky, Mercury's just gone over that. And Mercury is retro. So guess what? Mercury's going to go over it again. He's going to go back retrograde to 21 degrees, where their Black Moon Lilith is. He's going to stop on, okay, we're done with this. We got to move on. I'm out of here. I'm not going to be subservient. We are not going back, right? And then he moves forward with lots of information. And right now, Vulcan in the sky is conjunct that Black Moon Lilith. The sun's at 27 degrees. It just went over it earlier today, right? Or a couple days ago on the 21st, let's just say, as it was going forward. Not the 21st, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. A couple days ago, it was at 21 degrees. Okay, the vertex in the chart is at 20 degrees of Virgo, perfection, in the house of Libra. And Ginny just sent a good video off of Instagram this morning. And I always say, well, each sign is sympathetic to the sign it's next to. But this video she found on Instagram and explains it so much better than me. It's like, let's just say it's Pisces who looks at Aries and understands what's missing from Aries. That feeling, that tenderness that Pisceans can have, right?
Yeah.
So it's an Aries. It does the things of Aries, but it's also a little kinder. And it goes around like that. What's missing from the sign in front of it, the sign behind it picks up. However, there's usually something that they sacrifice themselves, since the sign behind it is the one that can bear witness. And it also helps you understand how Vedic astrology works against Western astrology that we use. Okay, so Estrella, I did that already with Estrella and the vertex. Black Moon Lilith in the sky right now is at 21 degrees. So she's gone over the chart, the DNC's Chiron. We're not going back.
Nope.
And DNC's Chiron happened to be retrograde at the time, just like it is right now. And it's at 29 degrees of Virgo in the chart. So going forward, it found balance. And there we go again, Virgo in the seventh house.
Oops. We lost her in the middle of it.
Libra.
Here we go.
Oh, did I fall apart?
Yeah, just for a second.
I must be boring. So it's all interesting. The south node rather in Libra is 30 degrees, exactly 30 degrees away from the north node in Scorpio in the DNC chart. Now that Scorpio just happens to be in the eighth house for them. Their north node, knowing the secrets, knowing what should be made public, knowing who to share what with, getting to the deepest information of everything, let alone the deepest hidden secrets.
Mhm.
And so with that South Node in Libra in the sky, 30 degrees apart, oh, we can see, we can see where we're going with this. Okay, we'll
Yep.
get everything balanced. We'll get everything
Mhm.
balanced because that egress from that goes Pisces into Virgo isn't going to happen until January of next year,
Mhm.
which is actually pretty good timing.
Good deal.
So those are some of the highlights of the conjunctions between the transiting sky and what's in the chart. Now, of course,
Mhm.
there's more, there are other things in there, but they seem to be rising to the challenge of whatever is thrown their way. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to get into that. I mean, that was enough, I think, to try and take in. It looks pretty good for them, I'd say.
It looks pretty good, and it sounds like it's full of action too.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And there should be surprises.
Yeah.
Maybe Taylor Swift will make a live appearance,
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, I'm gonna catch up with some of our chatters.
All right.
I've got your questions, guys. Most of you, or at least, I've got 4. So I'll go over those in a minute. Hi, Dr. Ann.
Dr.
Hi, Carl.
Andrea.
Hi, Nalani. Hi, Heavenly Blessed Honey. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Lizzie. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, hello. It's good to see you, and I'm glad you joined us.
Yay, Jenny.
Okay, I got 2 questions from Carl.
All right.
One from Heavenly Blessed and one from Dr. Ann.
Okay.
So if I missed your question, go ahead and put it in, and I'll catch it again. Automatic writing says expect many plot twists. Yeah, that's what the DNC is going to have, plot twists. I can see that coming.
It's getting warm in here
You
because
know?
I shut the window because the little man can't be quiet when he's shooting hoops across the street.
Well, that's pretty good. Okay, if anybody else has a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm catching them as I go. I can't wait for that convention tonight.
Good girl.
It's looking like it's going to be pretty good. Okay. I'm going to start with Carl's first question.
Okay.
Let me put it up here. There we go. Is he going to rock it tonight? Yep.
Yep.
Tough question, Carl.
Right? Let's Hi.
I'm going to throw a card on how he does. Gentle strength. Perfect.
I haven't even. I've read it in my mind. I haven't said it out loud. I gotta I can't move them for everyone to see without moving. But it's a yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I wanted to know the answer to that one myself.
Right?
Yep. Okay.
What
Now let's,
is Taylor's meme? You'll have to tell us more, Ginny.
yeah,
I haven't
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it. Hi, Moonrock. Good to see you. Glad you joined us. Yep. So here we got Carl's question. Will I get paid for a new job by Friday? Okay, I'm digging out my pendulum for that part. I meant to get it out before we started and forgot about it.
Oh. Will Carl be paid on Friday for a new job? Okay, guys.
Carl will be paid on Friday. I got a yes, you'll be paid on Friday, but I didn't ask for a specific on it. Something's going to pay you on Friday. You don't want to restrict the money coming into you.
I think that there's. How are you answering this? I think they want me to get more information because it's like at 45 degrees. Like, do you mean from the new people, or is Oliver going to trickle some on you because of what he owes you?
Yeah.
Dark Oliver.
Dark boy Oliver setting up the job. My team, which is financier friends supposedly this week. I'm being evicted again if I don't pay 2 months.
Carl,
Updated.
While I was shuffling, this card jumped out of the deck. I don't want you to be in fear because of this card, but you got the 5 of coins. And then you started talking about the eviction and a job from Dark Oliver. So I knew right away this was going to be for you, and I hadn't seen the question. I don't, if that guy doesn't pay in advance, do not accept the terms. Don't do the work. If you do the work and he doesn't pay you, you're still in the same position to be evicted again. You know, babe, today's a good day to start a manifestation. We keep telling you to do this. Now is when you stand outside the door, blow powdered cinnamon into the door jamb.
Yep. Today is a good day for that.
Definitely. End of the old, I need this to materialize. This or something better. Be specific. Say how much you need. How much you want. This or something better. So say what you need plus grocery money.
Yep. Yeah, this is from another Oliver.
Okay. Oh, another Oliver, not the older Oliver who owes me. He doesn't answer. Okay.
Good deal.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got to step up. Pay you in advance for sure.
And what I do for manifestation, for money manifestation, is I say 3 times out loud every day, money always comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly. I say that 3 times. And then when I think it's all going to shit, to be honest with you, a lot of money comes walking in the door. in one form or another. Like a friend of my son-in-law came, my garage roof was getting ready to collapse. He came and fixed it. No money. He just came and fixed it. He bought all the wood himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
That's yeah. See, that's how I manifest. I don't expect it to come in cash, and don't always expect it to come in as cash.
Yeah.
But money can walk right in the door if you let it.
If you don't have to, right? Now you're not putting it out. It just showed up, taken care of.
Yep.
But this is awesome that, it's not the same Oliver.
Yep.
But they are all related to Emma. Well, how did she get to be where she is? That everybody has to do what she says, or does she just call everybody Oliver?
Yep.
My blue heron is Oliver, but my blue heron is beneficial to me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. Next we have Heavenly Blessed Honey. Look at the energy around what is going on with my liver. We don't do medical questions, but I can look at that energy. Okay, I'm going to do some oracle cards.
Are you sure it's your liver? I'm getting pancreas.
That word popped into my head too.
It can fool you.
Mm-hmm.
They're located, one's on top of the other or vice versa, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm throwing a few oracle cards. Just to see what the energy is like for it. Okay. You've got some information coming around this. And there's love coming with it. That's kind of weird to me. And it seems like you're getting some interference from somebody else. So maybe you should talk directly to the doctor yourself. Sometimes the nurses and the nurse practitioners get in the middle of things. So you definitely need to talk to your doctor. But I like the energy there. The love with Cupid's arrow. That's what I liked about it. So it looks good from here.
So I'm going to throw this phone. I'm going to throw 3 stones. I'm going to shut it off. So sorry, folks. I'm not going to be able to text. I'm going to throw 3 stones. I'm going to throw amethyst for your spirit, body, and mind. Just those 3. Because I don't want you to put, or I'm sorry, not calcite. Calcite's the mind. Sodalite for clarity. Okay.
Yep.
The question I'm going to ask is, how am I going to say this? Can Sonia identify where the discomfort is coming from? That's a yes or no answer. How do we say this? Let's just see where the mind where the body is,
Mm-hmm.
where the spirit can take you. Because I don't want you to be worrying about anything. That just makes matters worse.
Mm-hmm.
And also give you, phantom aches and pains. And then the clarity, how the clarity comes. Spirit is in your crown chakra, enlightenment, okay? The spirit, it's taking you to a higher place. Keep your mind up high. The sodalite, which is in clarity, is earth. Stay grounded. Get yourself focused on probably finding a doctor. Always the wise thing to do. And then you have fuchsite in the throat and the path forward. So what the outcome is, accept it, right? What the outcome is and what the remedy could be, go with it. Start there. Make adjustments accordingly. And whatever you think it is, research that now before you make a doctor appointment. If you're having jabbing pains that feel like they're coming from the liver, that could be coming from your pancreas, could be coming from gallstones, could be coming from a variety of different things. What's your butter intake like? What's your sugar intake like? And you gotta, balance the diet. And with your daughter being so sick, you're probably not eating right. You're not getting enough sleep, first and foremost. So those three things are the things to take care of. And don't leave yourself out of this mix. Enzymes went up. Okay. See, and it could be good old gallstones, because once fat builds up around them and they can't move, boom, 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 right? And then it just makes matters worse. No pain. Oh, no pain. Well, good. That's even better. But he says something's going on because your enzymes went up. Well, the day you had the test, that too, what did you eat? Right?
It'll give you more information, and that's what you need.
Exactly. So don't
and
worry.
Ultrasounds are easy. I just did one on my heart. They're not painful.
Yeah. Big, yeah.
It's very easy.
The jelly's a little cold till they start mushing it around.
Yep.
But I think you're going to be fine.
Yep, I do too. Okay. Next up, we have Dr. Ann.
I can't read that. I've got a code here.
Will my upcoming vacation be successful? No issues.
Okay, let's see. We'll go with all 5 stones for that.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Will her upcoming vacation be issue free? My pendulum says you're going to have little issues. So be thankful.
Well, your body's going to be okay. Are you throwing stones? Are you ready?
Yeah. I can go if you're not.
Go ahead, because you've already begun.
I got how did you end up in there? I've got your spirit is in air. Spirit transforms thinking. I think that's going to be one thing you're going to have to pay attention to is being positive. Stay as positive as you can. Let little things go. Your mind is in solar plexus. Power through connecting mental forces. So yeah, you're going to have to think about things before you react. That's definite. You just think about it before you react, and then things will end up better in the long run. Then your body is in fire and water. Okay, fire is embody your past and helps from grounding elements. You need to ground. I always tell people to ground because you do need to ground. So that'll help keep your clarity, keep your mind clear, and try not to internalize, anything that comes up. Anything negative, just try to turn it into a positive. And your grounding stone, your pyrite, is in water. Grounding changes are setting in to long-term patterns. So your grounding is changing. That's going to make you feel a little bit off, but you can still hold it together with that, because that is grounding. When you put your feet in water, it's grounding.
Mm-hmm.
And you may have to literally do that. Place your feet in water to feel grounded. And then your clarity is smack in the middle of all of this. Be sure your thoughts are clear. Make sure that you understand things before you react to them. Use the ideas you carry from your past and past lives for a solution. And these past events that you're going to derive a solution from, make sure they turned out positively. Use those. You have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future. So what they're saying is, you're going to know what you're doing. You have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life's force to resolve your situations. That's pretty much sums up everything I've said so far.
Right.
Yep. So I'll hand it to you, Diana.
Okay. So I have amethyst in water and air. So the transmutation is complete, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is a good time to get away.
Yeah.
This is what you need after, I know you had some health issues. So after having gone through that, this is to help heal the rest of it and get things back in order for yourself. And then you have your mind in the present. Calcite is in the present. So that is signs and clues are all around you. So, pay attention to the omens, and I know you do that. So, take a couple of books with you and all the things that just the mindless kind, not anything deep to learn, unless there's something new you need to study or brush up on. Swimming, do it nearly every day. That's good, because that I too have. For me, we've got you got sodalite and the fuchsite. The fuchsite's the body, sodalite is the clarity, and both of those are solid on earth. And one of those ways is to stick your feet in the water, because you get the best of both worlds, right? Whether it's in a swimming pool or not, you still have the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. They work out together, and that is the many paths you have ahead of you to choose from. Well, you've also got your pyrite, the grounding stone, is in the path forward. Lots of choices when you go take this trip of things to do, stay occupied or just rest. And then it's in your throat chakra. So if something isn't what you want, say so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you and your hub are finally getting away. But even if you're going with more people, just say, no, not today. I need some time to recuperate still. Whatever. Well, and I don't have to tell you that. I know.
Yep.
Oh, good. Extremely active spiritual places. Can I come? It's
Yeah, we
okay.
both
You
need
can
to
say
go.
no. Actually, they're in at the
I
end of
love that.
this month. I got one more week. Be yourself.
Mhm.
Yes. First time in a very, very long time. Be yourself. So
There you
y'all
go.
know I walk at a state park every day, right?
Mhm.
And it's been closed most of the summer except for Saturdays and Sundays. So I have to go there with these little beasts, definitely. But it's a hunt and a peck all week long as to where I'm going to take them because I need to find a comfort zone somewhere.
Yeah.
So one of my cute rangers that wish he were a little bit older or I was a little bit younger, uh, told me about this county park. It's not even a count. Well, they call it Mundy Township, which is Flint Township. Mundy Township, um, Miracle Commons.
Mhm.
And there's tennis courts, but there's a Zen garden and a path that
Oh
walks a
wow.
2 mile track. Well, I just had an adjustment today from the chiropractor. So there's not walking 2 miles. I'm lucky if I can get 2/10 of a mile.
Yeah.
But I went there so that I knew where it was because August 31st is it. They're not even going to be open Labor Day weekend.
Wow. That
So
seems odd for a park to close for that.
but it's the only way to be able to tear up the road and repave it. And
Yeah.
they're doing big things, big changes to the campgrounds. And there's a
Mhm.
couple of areas deep in the woods where I would love the soil. It's nothing but solid peat moss. And
Wow.
when it we
Uh-oh. We lost her again. There she is.
knee deep in muck, right?
Mhm.
Anyways, they're probably going to do something to adjust that path. They're not going to change the natural lay of the land. There's already like railroad ties in there.
Mhm.
So hopefully they'll make them a little bit higher so you have stepping stones across it during the wet, rainy season, which this
Yeah.
year just seemed to never go away because it didn't get hot enough to dry it out enough to step on.
Mhm.
This peat moss will get like that, right? That's how they make
Yep.
scotch. That's how they keep the kilns going for scotch.
Mhm.
If you go to
Yep.
Scotch.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen the whole of the Zen garden, but the whole feeling of it. I mean, you walk through a portal to get from the parking lot to the main path. So immediately there's this comfort zone. Well, of course, my poor little dogs here, they're dying to to get out and walk today.
Yeah.
And I got there and they're pulling me in every direction, which only aggravates what I just went to get rid of.
Yeah.
So I don't think they even got 2/10. They both got to unload their issues. But by the time, once I cleaned it up, that was it. Back in the car. Because, of course, we're not the only dogs there.
Yep.
But there was only, it's it 2 mile track. There's a lot of wide open spaces. Nobody was on top of each other. And there were only, oh my gosh, if there were even 8 cars there.
Wow.
So that was
That sounds
great.
good.
There are days I go to the lake and there's nobody there but me and the rangers.
That's always fun.
And I can voice my opinion.
Andrea said your energy is bigger than YouTube energy.
Oh, I love you, Andrea. I love you, babe. Yeah, if you do get here, we're going partying together and you can always stay at my house. You just got 2 dogs to put up with.
Yep. Okay, I got one more question from Carl.
Okay. Only change beautiful 4 months from now. Can my finances improve soon so I can maintain my current place? Well, honey, that's another yes or no. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Pamela Coleman Smith and I'm going to take 5 cards: body, mind, spirit, clarity, grounding. Are you going to throw stones? We can do it like Nancy and Jeffrey
Yeah, I'll throw stones
right
for it.
color. And then I can say the cards and what they are and how it works together, and then you can translate your information from the crystals. And we'll see how they jive. Oh, Carl, receive what he needs. Ooh, Carl. How long ago did you get this information? Which one came out first? This one. The Knight of Swords is in the body's position. That's going after it. Perhaps
Very good.
Right? You get paid, honey, you get paid in advance for this job you're about to do. You have a good opportunity of switching your karma by doing so. So this is the body. The body says, go ahead, get paid first. Because the mind is Wheel of Fortune.
Excellent.
Right? And
yeah,
you're spinning it. And what have we been telling you for a long time? To help you get out of that, I owe them. You don't owe them till they've paid you. They owe you to get the job. And I know you feel that so many of us do it. I'm not scolding you. So many of us do it. We put ourselves in a position that we feel we're undeserving. Your mind, new beginnings. Do not be fooled by the name of this card. That's new beginnings. Clean slate, starting a new way of doing your business. Right?
Yep.
Grounding. You can't make it up. There she is, the full moon. Write down on a piece of paper what you want. Write down on another piece of paper what you don't want. The one of what you don't want, burn it. The one of what you want, if you have a pyramid, put it under the pyramid. Whatever your favorite stone is, I don't care if it's a pebble from the road that was, gravel that was put there. Put that on the stone. This or something better, right? And then the clarity comes in.
There you go.
Because we all love you and we're pulling for you. But you got to love yourself too, honey.
Yep.
On the bottom of the deck, we've got the rising energy is you're going to be able to carry your burden. What do you got? 17, 18 cats and you're worried about being evicted again? Not that all these cats live in his house, but they sort of do. You won't have to worry about that burden if you follow through with the things you've said you're going to do now. And we're all pulling for you.
Absolutely.
You're part, right? All of my friends' intentions are also part of my moon rituals, no matter which it is, whether it's new moon, full moon, or waning, waxing in between.
Yep.
Okay.
I like this. That's what John Binney told me. Love myself.
Awesome. See you? Honey, it's not that nobody loves you. It's just that when you don't love yourself first, it shows.
And it makes things harder for you.
Well, because it's a magnet for those who want to take advantage of people.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk around protected because you love yourself, that love is a shield. That's the archangel shield. All of them, not just
Mm-hmm.
Michael, all of them.
Yep.
All the angels. Oh yeah, the bell rang. Perfect.
There you go. Divine timing. Okay. I've got his in third eye. I got your clarity. Clarity of thoughts are part of this plan. So stay grounded and centered, and you'll have that clarity of thought. You'll hold on to that clarity of thought. Then we have your spirit and your grounding are both in solar plexus. Power comes from spirit to transform and transmute. So you can change that energy that you've been wallowing in. And then it burns out the self-doubt that blocks power. Your grounding will burn out that self-doubt. So ground, 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 and then ground some more. And then your body is in water. Helps from grounding elements. What I just say, ground, 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 and then ground some more.
Right?
And then your mind is in air. Thoughts are all important. Yes, positive thoughts. Those are the most important. Hang on to those positive thoughts about yourself, your life, the way things are going. Keep it positive. And that'll have that money rolling in. It'll protect you. And just remember, money always comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly.
Write it down on that paper of things you want.
Yep.
Love that. I'm going to do the same thing.
Well, see, it works for me because things just walk right in the door just when I need them.
Yeah.
In December, I had a car that couldn't drive 2 miles without overheating. What came rolling up? My son-in-law found the Buick Park Avenue.
There you go.
Because it was the right price.
Oh, I had a Buick Electra. Matt and I had that, and I loved that car. That was such a nice car to drive.
Yeah. Well, this one
But I
drives
also loved
too.
I love all kinds of cars, right?
Yep.
Detroiter, what can I say?
Yep. I love my Buicks and Cadillacs.
Oh, Body by Fisher. Yeah. GM. We were always Ford men growing up, and then my dad got a Chevy, and we kind of switched.
Mm-hmm.
Although when I was like 3, 4 years old, 5 years old, we had a Kaiser Manhattan. That was a car, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. That had an armrest before they were the things to do. Because that was a 40, 45, 46, something like that. Anyway,
yep.
I digress. Yeah. And then my husband was always a Chevy guy,
mm-hmm.
except for the Dodge Charger he had as a teenager.
Yeah.
But he got a Ford Fusion, and then he got sick. So, but he would have gotten another Ford afterwards had he stuck with it because he liked that car.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I couldn't see the money. Like when they perfect the electric cars, I'm in.
Yeah.
But it's got to be
Not
whatever, with a solar panel on the roof of the car. That's another good way, right?
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say thank you to Andrea. That's sweet of you. Thank you, Andrea.
But it's true. It's so true. Well, my dear.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten there, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, I took up the first half hour just talking about conjunctions in the chart. So I
That
hope I
short
didn't
reading
bore
now.
anybody with that, because sometimes astrology is not everyone's taste, interest. For cars right now, not sustainable. Exactly. That's my point at this point. So,
Mhm.
and they're not cheap. And
Nope.
that's why I'd rather keep my Subaru Outback 2010 Outback on the road.
Mhm.
Besides that, this is, can I tell this story? Because
Yeah.
I don't think anyone here has heard this one before. So the day that I went to take a look at this card, first of
Mhm.
all, it was green, my most favorite color in the whole wide world. But it
Mhm.
wasn't just any green, it was deep forest green. Okay, I'm in, right? Doesn't look like pea green soup. It's good. So I go there, and all of a sudden, this big thunderstorm is rolling in. Now, I'm living in Virginia, and it's in the north, and I got to go around and go into Manassas. So I turn around. Of course, it's just like living in Michigan at this one intersection. You have to go right to make the Michigan left turn.
Mhm.
So I get to the meridian, the turnaround in the meridian, and coming out of the marsh that's in the woods just to my right
Mhm.
is my Oliver, and my Oliver is a good luck charm because he's a great blue heron, right? And he was in full color, and his salmon colored beard feathers were there, and his head was up, and he went over my car so low and so close to me. I of course couldn't, but I felt like if I reached up I would touch him, right?
Mhm.
And he was flying in the direction I had to go.
Mhm.
So I turned around, of course, made my turn, continued on down the road, and I get to another intersection, and there's a runoff with a big pond,
Mhm.
and he's standing on the edge of it,
Huh.
and he takes off again. And I make it to the dealership, and I look, and he's in the sky.
Wow. He was leading you.
I go in, I take the thing for a ride. I say, I'm in. I've already been approved. They gave at the bank, they've already given me more money than I need.
Mhm.
And so I go back to finish the deal. Of course, they're giving me, trying to get me to get one of their loans, and I didn't
Yeah.
need it.
Mhm.
So they were, whatever they do the next day or two, then you go back and pick it up. I guess making sure the check doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
So I go back to pick it up, and there's a license plate on the guy's desk. And I
Mhm.
think it's mine. And I said, oh, those are good numbers. He said, just wait, you're going to like this one even better. So he pulls out the license plate and holds it up in front of me. And it's it's VXV in Roman numerals, adds up to 20.
Mhm.
And then the digits added up to 17. I bought the car in 2017.
Wow.
Exactly. In July at that.
Oh, that's even
So,
better.
right. And I mean, it was
Mhm.
meant to be. It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Yep.
And it's been this is my second Subaru, and I love them. I really do.
Mhm. Yep.
Well,
Well, it's been a nice long chat.
yeah. And I hope everybody has some full moon good luck too.
Absolutely. Good luck to everyone. It's going to be a good day and a good night. Okay. We'll see you next weekend.
Right.
Bye.
Bye bye.